What are the important factors that cause the labor market to stabilize?
One was just the return of workers. Several million people were just gone from the labor force for whatever reason. Many of them didn't want to go back to their old jobs because of COVID or because they just didn't want to be. They had moved on with their lives. So there was a desperate shortage of workers. And what happened is we expected people to come right back into the workforce in 2022. They mostly didn't. And then we thought, well, maybe that's not going to happen. And then it happened in 2023. We had a combination of rising labor force participation in prime age workers. And we also had, with that, we had a resumption of immigration. So there was really no immigration net or very little during the pandemic. But in 2023, we saw immigration move back up to the levels that would have been normal before the pandemic. And those two things together made a real difference in labor supply. So it's really a supply story. That's the main thing I would point to.
Why was immigration important?
Because immigrants come in and they tend to work at a rate that is at or above that for non-immigrants. Or immigrants who come to the country tend to be in the workforce at a slightly higher level than Americans do, but that's largely because of the age difference. They tend to skew younger.
Why is immigration so important to the economy?
First of all, immigration policy is not the Fed's job. We don't set immigration policy, we don't comment on it. I will say over time, though, the U.S. economy has benefited from immigration, and frankly, just in the last year, a big part of the story of the labor market coming back into better balance is immigration returning to levels that were more typical of the pre-pandemic era.
The country needed the workers.
It did.